Hi folks, we are going to watch one of the Champions of Westeros games from the Fall Edition 2023. It's the top 8 stage, and we have Saraaa on the top of the screen playing Stark Crossing against Nico, playing Targaryen Brotherhood without banners. These are both pretty familiar decks. So we have Stark Crossing, of course, is Daenerys' deck that he's played many times and had some great results with it. And Brotherhood in Targaryen is relatively new. I think Reinhardt has been playing around with this deck and played it at Stalek as well, and made the cut there, so it's clearly strong, but it's not really a very well known concept historically for Targaryen. And we have the usual opening for Stark here, the Withering Cold, hoping to get the non-kneeling event or Greyjohn, get an advantage from the first round, wins initiative as well, so can let Nico go first. Nico goes for the Maiden, of course. He wants to control initiative and potentially use the agenda to get Intimidate. And he is not doing too badly, so we have Kindly Man, and on setup we had Dario Naharis, who can grab one of the characters. There is an ally, Winterfell Steward, that he can take. And okay, Withering Cold is annoying because it kneels the faction card for Brotherhood, but there is Plaza of Pride, and of course there is Intimidate potentially. So if Dario can, or not Dario actually, he is not neutral, but Kindly Man could intimidate something, and then Sarah's round is not that great. However, we have a Northern Armory on the other side as well. And here comes Caitlyn. Question is there going to be Greyjohn or I Am No One played? And missing a military icon, which makes it extremely difficult to trigger crossing. Well, impossible in fact. You need something else if you wanted to do that, an off to Galtown or some kind of relentless assault, but now the faction card is nulled, so the crossing threat not realistic anymore. But still 2 gold left. And slight surprise here, so Nico goes for insight on the Kindly Man. Not going to take Intimidate. And what does that mean exactly? Is the hand bad? And 3 gold left, what can come in? There's no Queen's Guard in Shadows or anything like that. I guess Consuming Flames is always an option. And goes full in on the military challenge. So win by 5 here. But Dario could win by 5 himself since there is no military icon, so if there was a put to the sword or something, he could have done that successfully. Well, takes control of Winterfell Steward, so something better will have to die for Saraaa. And he'll grab a card for Kindly Man. And there is Plaza, so I was thinking you go for Intimidate, you get, let's say, Caitlyn, then you stand with Plaza, go for another Intimidate, and then both players kind of have a wasted round. But yeah, that Northern Armory is a huge advantage for Saraaa here, because she can just stand one of the characters, and then if I Am No One is played, she still gets 2 challenges, gets some cards back. And here comes Missandei. And Kindly Man puts a Kiss token on, which makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. It works with Lady Stoneheart, right? That's why I say that. And losing I Am No One for Intrigue Claim, now that hurts. That could have been played already, right? Yeah, may as well kneel this guy because he's switching sides at the end of the challenges phase. And I don't see any particular reason here for Saraaa to defend this one. And now what? Question is, what is the 3 gold for? And the Standing King's Road. So, is it... okay, so just having a really bad hand, or is he going to spend it for something? And there is a second time no one played on Jojen. So if there is a Consuming Flames, I think now is the time to kill Jojen. But no. And another King's Road gone from hand. Jojen draws, of course he had 0 strength, but he participates anyway to draw for insight. Now he can do power, and going with Caitlyn here, even though it was guaranteed, means that there is a superior claim, otherwise there's no reason to bother. And here we go, classic crossing start. Standing Northern Armor as well, but there is no military icon. You could use it here, if you're going to use it anyway, to win dominance. Oh, actually, do you win dominance? Yeah, you do. By 1. That gets Saraaa to 6, and she has, I guess you could say, a better board. Plaza of Pride is knelt, so can't restand Dario next round, and the faction card is knelt. And Nico wastes 3 gold, so there really was nothing to spend it on. So now what do we do? Guessing Winter Festival. Let me just say, of course, that I have already seen this game. This is not live commentary, but I don't remember the exact details. So I'm guessing a little bit what Saraaa is going to play here, but Winter Festival is the usual in round 2 if you have nothing better. The other plot that you tend to play at some point is the Crown to keep your board against resets. Yeah, going for Winter Festival doesn't hit a summer plot, but there is Mad King's Command, which is always a threat, because you can do military pressure from there if it's just 3 characters on both sides. So what Saraaa could do with, of course, is first of all a military icon, then potentially some saves. And here comes Lady Stoneheart. Now she has printed Intimidate, which will help. And looks like Nico is actually not going to get a 3rd standing character here, which is unfortunate for him. And there is some waste with cards as well, unless something else comes in. Brothers Robes, okay. That goes on 7 characters, right? So didn't have any of his own, but puts it on Caitlyn. It's not going to work on Caitlyn. If she kneels, she's already in the challenge, so she blocks the use of robes unless she's intimidated by Lady Stoneheart. In that case, you could use it, but there's no locations to blank and no attachment, so at the moment does nothing, so just plays it to protect himself against so that it doesn't go to waste for Mad King's Command. And here we go, here comes a military icon, doesn't find anything. Which is fair enough. I think Daisy was the target here to search for. And 5 cards in hand, so she has the 3 characters. Not very safe against Intimidate to be able to threaten crossing. Is there anything else to spend the gold on? Northern Armory would be nice. No military pressure for Nico, just doesn't have a military icon here. Lady Stoneheart kills Loyals though, so if you keep Bear Island Scout and Caitlyn there, that means Bear Island Scout will have to go, and if there was a military icon, that would be huge, but looks like he doesn't have the best start here. And here comes a card in Shadows. And if that's Mira, that's a giant advantage now for Saraaa. after this Mad King's command resolves. No more cheating Missandei into play. She's already there. So Missandei, Lady Stoneheart and Dario surely, and then 3 cards from hand. And Saraaa has, I think, a fairly easy choice as well, right? So she's going to keep the standing characters. No reason really not to. And then the card in Shadows, clearly she will keep, otherwise there was no point marshalling it into Shadows, and then 2 cards from hand. We've seen 2 I Am No Ones going in the first round. So unlikely to get another one. That would be great though, to refill the hand. Yeah. Some mystery cards. Jojen hasn't stood yet, so we haven't seen his ability. Now how does Nico play this? Well, okay. It's Mira's just going to blank Lady Stoneheart now, which means she doesn't get the extra kill, and she doesn't get the Intimidate. I was thinking maybe Saraaa will wait until Lady Stoneheart is in the challenge, but clearly not too bothered about just revealing her plans here. And depends now what is in hand. Nothing she wants to keep. Ooh, Summer. Now that was a good one. Gets 2 characters into play next round. And if she can do all 3 challenges, she might defend this one with Caitlyn. No. Doesn't bother there either. Of course, if there was a superior claim again, she would need to keep Caitlyn standing here. Just checking here what exactly the keys tokens can do. So military claim here means that Nico can just claim Lady Stoneheart, and then the keys token is there and he can bring her back in dominance. We see that extremely rarely. She's just there for her other ability, not for coming back, but yeah, that's an option here. Saraaa goes power first. Right, so all the other characters were strength 1, so would go to 0 if she did. If she defended with Caitlyn, then she would lose the chance for the first challenge. Could have opposed still though, but I guess keeping 1 for dominance just as good. So nothing comes from hand, but she does do all 3 challenges, and Winter Festival and dominance will happen surely. Well, using the Missandei dupe, which means there won't be a Morghulis here or anything like that. No real reason to do that, I think, since I don't think Lady Stoneheart coming back can be stopped, can it? Either way, Saraaa takes the Winter Festival power and dominance, which means she's on 13, and now, yeah, crossing and power claim wins the game if Nico doesn't do something to stop it completely here. And there is the crown. You can keep 3 characters for sure, and makes it extremely difficult to reset you. But I don't know. Does she play that, or does she go for high initiative? because if Nico does play something like Morgulis, look at the state of things, right? He has very limited gold and no saves of his own either, so seems to lose the game as well. It depends if Saraaa has two non-characters, of course, but we just saw Jojen's ability, so she drew an Arya, which means now she does not really have to be afraid of Morgulis. There is a character for sure, and a mystery card in hand. And what did Nico get? Begging Brother. Yes, she goes for high initiative, Palace of Sorrows against the new gods, which really is better going first. 7 characters don't NiL. And you can get some intimidate with the agenda there, but yeah, he doesn't win initiative here. And now we can say that this is not really the kind of deck Reinhardt played, so there is the 7 team going on here. Brothers Robes was played on Caitlyn, and now this plot and the Begging Brother revealed, so there was a different plan, but it didn't really happen. I'm guessing Nico got screwed by the Mulligan or the opening hand, since there was a waste of gold in round 1 and not really much happening here for him. And that's a renowned character as well now in play, which means not only the crossing trigger, but this as well on the power challenge needs to be accounted for, and now there is no 0 strength start here. It's all set on 3 strength, all the characters, and Saraaa just play them all out to give herself a chance. Okay, milk on the renowned guy. But what Nico needs is to outnumber the characters really, and there is 2 instances of stealth as well, so it seems impossible for him to successfully defend. No burn will work either if that's in the deck, but somehow looking at this, doesn't seem so. And how many power icons? 4 for Nico, and there's 6 characters on the other side, so if Saraaa could just do 2 challenges and then 4 power icons do the crossing challenge, and that should be it, right? However, we still have 2 mystery cards for both. One stealth on the Begging Brother, not on Lady Stoneheart, which makes absolutely no difference. They are identical, are they not? In terms of strength and the icons. I would have considered going with Poor Fellows here to get that trigger as well. She goes with the Scout. Fair enough. And Nico actually uses one of the power icons, but honestly doesn't seem like he has any chance either way here. Mira does the intrigue challenge, and then I'm guessing everyone else just does power. And there's the Fate's Decree, so definitely there was the 7 team here going on, but didn't really come off. Just in case there is something weird, some removal from challenges, you just go with everyone. Crossing can't be stopped. It's just a delayed effect that happens. Nothing in the game can really affect it, and power claim would be difficult to stop. You're not playing Martel, so that's it. That's all that was needed. and crossing wins in 3 rounds, as it usually does when things go off. And honestly, is there ever not a superior claim in the opening hand? And do these decks that play the Withering Cold sometimes go through a game and not draw I Am No One or Grey John in the opening round, and then they have a tougher game? I've not seen it yet, at least not from Saraa's games. So here is the top 8, just showing you the bracket. We need to see the next round actually. So it's going to be Mates against Super Duck, and Sarah will join Argento in the top 4. So we have 2 of the most prominent players in the game, and yeah, 2 underdogs here, but they all have a chance to reach the final. So thank you for being with me on this one, and see you in the top 4 and then in the final as well, hopefully.